Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Butter with Warpig Barbecue. We're the makers of FUBAR Elite BBQ Sauce. Got a really cool recipe for you. It's really quick. Everything is pretty much pre-cooked from HEB and ready to go. So just kind of want to show you a new take on a barbecue chicken pizza using FUBAR. So as we zoom in here to the ingredients, what we're going to do is I've got this pre-cooked pizza dough here. We're going to start off with some FUBAR sauce. I like to use a ladle and maybe just pour about half a ladle just to start with and see. That might even be too much for this small pizza. But what you want to do is just kind of pour some out in a disc and then just spread it using the bottom of the ladle. You don't want to get all the way to the edges because that's how your pizza crust, your sauce will burn if it gets all the way to the edges. And you want to spread it so that it's nice and thin. Good even coverage. So we're going to do it a little bit more. We're just going to pour as we need. See, there we go. Now we're getting some sauce. This FUBAR has a lot of sugar in it, so it's going to caramelize really beautifully as soon as it hits this pizza zone. All right. So in all, that was about a half a ladle of FUBAR, just your standard kitchen ladle. All right. So I'm going to set this aside. In the cheese here, we've got a nice mixture of HEB 2% skim mozzarella, and we've got some HEB Monterey Jack, and a little bit of grated Gruyere cheese from the HEB cheese department. So, I'm just gonna kind of grab it, and they're just kind of equal parts. So I'm just gonna spread some love here, because we're gonna do multiple layers of cheese. But we want a nice base layer. This is what's gonna get that ooey gooey cheese texture here. Definitely want to cover the sauce with it. Just a nice little snowfall of cheese here. Okay, so what I did here, I took this really cool small sweet HEB tomatoes and a shallot, and I sauteed them in olive oil, poured a little bit of this HEB grilling rib rub in it to kind of caramelize, and it basically made an onion tomato jam. So we're gonna spread some of these onions and shallots, or I mean sorry, we're gonna spread some of these tomatoes and shallots here, just kind of about. There we go. Just kind of get some coverage here. Just want to make sure that every slice has a piece, right? And if you see it bulking up on onions on one side, just pull them aside. Spread them around. Spread the love. I want everybody to taste it. Okay. Just another layer of flavor here. These are HEB in the bottle fire roasted red bell peppers. So they're already nice and soft. And that's why I sauteed these onions and tomatoes. I wanted to get them soft so that they wouldn't be nice and they wouldn't be real crunchy when you bit into them, because the pizza will not take long at all. So I'm just shredding these. Okay, I'm gonna do some more reds. You know, some of the chefs out there probably would rather slice these up so they're nice and even, but I kind of like the rustic approach here. Now, this is really cool. This is HEB. This is the Mill Simple shredded chicken. It's already cooked. It's really awesome. So, just gonna kind of grab some here, spread this shredded chicken all around. This is an absolute lifesaver. You don't have to cook the chicken. It's ready to go. You can do it with the HEB rotisserie chicken if you wanted some different flavors. But man, this is just, look at that. This is awesome. It doesn't take very much, so you can put this aside. You can use this in your omelets tomorrow or your enchiladas or anything else. Okay, so I put aside some of the raw tomatoes here because I wanted to preserve some of that texture, right? Once you start sauteing them, they get really soggy. So now we've got contrast texture here. Different flavors. These are really nice because they're different colors and different flavors, different levels of sweetness and tartness. Got the purple ones in there, yellow. Okay, so I want to bring in some more FUBAR, just a light drizzle. Okay, because I want the chicken to really get some. I'm just going to pour a little bit. It's always best just pour it in your ladle here, and then you can control it. If you try to pour it out the bottle, chances are you're going to get a whole bunch in the area you don't want it. There we go, a little drizzle. Now, Time some more of that great HEB cheese. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about there. This is a great summertime meal for the kids. What's awesome is you can pick your ingredients, right? You can pick your vegetables, whatever's in season. Pick your meat, chicken, pork, whatever you want. Put some of that nice HEB chicken sausage on there, it'd be awesome. So this is the grill and rib rub from HEB. This is pretty awesome, I have to say. Just a little bit of, this will add the salt and a little bit of sugar, a little bit of black pepper and the other spices, just to give it that barbecue flavor. Okay, now let's take a look at my smoker here. As you can see, the grill, I've got it about 550, 600 degrees, really hot. Okay, so I've got a really hot, I have a really hot pizza stone here. Kind of dusted it with some cornstarch, not cornstarch, cornmeal. There you go. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pick this pizza up just like that. We're gonna lay it down, and as soon as that cheese starts bubbling, it is ready to go. Just gonna sprinkle some more. And what else are you gonna do with this leftover cheese, right? There you go. Spread the toppings. If you see them bunching up, you want to spread them so that everything gets cooked evenly. Yeah, that fire is nice and hot, and that's just HEB out of the bag charcoal. You light the bag, you put it in the smoker, you light the bag, and 15 minutes later, it's hot and ready to go. Doesn't take much to get your grill nice and hot. You can cook this in your oven, you can cook it on a charcoal grill, whatever you got. I just have one of these nice round drum smokers, and it works perfect with the pizza stuff. All right, we're about 5 minutes in, maybe 6. Just gonna spin around here. You can see all the colors starting to come together. That cheese is melting. If I reach down here, which you got to be careful, it's nice and hot. That crust is nice and crispy. Just about ready to pull it off. All right, I think we're just about done. Let's take a look. Come in here. Now this stone is probably about 650 degrees, so you definitely want to use some heat gloves. The goal here is to just lift the whole stone out, put it on the holder. And so we use these nice silicone gloves. They hold everything perfect. Over here to the holder. Now you can carry it wherever you want, and you don't have to worry about burning your hands. You still want to use your gloves though, but it makes it a little sturdier than just holding that heavy stone. So I'm telling you, this thing is beautiful. You've got all your tomatoes caramelized in there. The regular tomatoes are just nice. Still got some firmness to them, which is what I want because I like to bite into them and get that juiciness out of them. Cheese is ooey gooey. We're gonna cut it up here in a second. Take a look. Okay. Oh yeah. I love hearing that crunch, that thin crust crunch. Okay, so we're just gonna pick this up. Now, there's your FUBAR BQ Pizza. Got all those layers of flavor. Remember, we've got the 3 different kinds of cheeses, the onion tomato jam, we've got the fresh tomatoes, the roasted red, yellow bell peppers, we've got the HEB pre-cooked chicken, and you've got lots of FUBAR, of course. And there you go. So bon appetit.